It's the week before Christmas 2020 in Canada. People are rushing out to get their last shopping done before being locked down. Kids in Calgary are being violently arrested by police for playing hockey. And it's a good time for a seasonal video reminding you of your right to not answer the door to your home if you don't want to. Hello, my name's Nicholas Wansbutter. I'm a criminal defense lawyer in Stratford, Ontario, and welcome to Don't Talk TV. Probably the number one thing that surprises clients the most is when I tell them that there is no positive duty to answer the door, not even when it's the police that are knocking on the door. Now, there are some rare exceptions to this. For example, if you're serving a conditional sentence of imprisonment in your home, you have to answer the door for curfew checks. Likewise, if you're on a strict bail plan and there's a term that you must present yourself at the door for curfew checks, you'd have to present yourself then. But aside from specific exceptional circumstances like that, there is no positive duty for you to answer the door. Failing to answer the door of your home is not obstruction of justice. Now, if police may try and make you think that it's obstruction of justice, they may even tell you that you're obstructing justice if you're not answering the door, but there's numerous court decisions that indicate that passive resistance is not obstruction of justice. A conviction cannot be had for obstructing justice merely by doing nothing, and not answering your door is doing nothing. You have to take a positive step to impede police in their investigation for there to be an obstruction of justice charge. Moreover, I don't think they ever could make a blanket positive duty to answer the door for police because of protections that we enjoy under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Specifically, Section 7 of the Charter guarantees the right to life, liberty, and security of the person. And that includes the right to silence and to not speak to agents of the state if you don't want to. Answering the door would be initiating communication, and if you were forced to answer your door, you'd be forced to speak to the police. So that would be a violation of Section 7. Also, Section 8 of the Charter protects individuals against unreasonable search or seizure. Now, police merely entering your house constitutes a search. And any search that's done without a search warrant is unreasonable, therefore you're protected from it by Section 8. Now, again, there's some exceptions, but those exceptions are very specific and for emergency type of situations. For example, if the police are in hot pursuit of a suspect, they can follow them into a residence if they make it inside and lock the door behind them. Also, police are able to enter a residence without a warrant to follow through on their duty to protect life and safety of individuals. So if they have reason to believe that someone's life is in danger, they're able to enter a residence without a warrant. But otherwise, police are constrained by the same laws of trespass that any other citizen is. Now, there's an implied invitation for them to enter onto your property, to go up to the front door and knock on it to try and get your attention, but that's where the implied invitation ends, and it only continues if you explicitly invite them further by opening the door. Of course, if you consent to police entering your home, or you consent to them searching once they're inside, then you can't claim protection under Section 8 of the Charter. And in my view, opening the door to police is 9/10 of the way to consenting to letting them search. Once that door is open, police are going to be very persuasive. They may even be intimidating or cajoling you, making you feel guilty. Police are very good at this. They're very crafty. They're professionally trained to do this. And keep in mind that in Ontario, police do not wear body cameras, so there's not going to be any independent record of the conversation you had with them. And I can tell you from being in court almost every day, people remember things differently. They may not even be purposely trying to lie. People just perceive and remember things differently, and the police may well perceive that you just invited them right in. Now, many people may object, well, I have nothing to hide, so why not open the door to police? Why not even invite them right in and offer them a cup of coffee? I would respond to that with this. One, Wanting to have privacy and wanting to keep your right to privacy doesn't mean that you have anything to hide. Secondly, just because you have nothing to hide, why does that give the police the right to infringe on your privacy? It doesn't. It also doesn't give them the right to bother you or interrupt your Christmas dinner that you're trying to enjoy with your family. Furthermore, even though you may have nothing to hide, police are trained to look for patterns of criminality. And if they're at your door, they're looking for something. So they're already going to be seeing you not for you, but as a criminal or a potential criminal. And they may well find something. I suspect that most Canadians are in violation of some law or other every day of their lives. There's just so many regulations and rules out there that we're bound by that it's impossible for any person to keep track of all of them. And if police start digging, they could find any number of things. Or they may even see your grandfather there at Christmas dinner and not believe you when you say that he lives with you full time and charge you for being over the numbers limit at your Christmas dinner. Another objection is people say, well, won't the police just come in anyway? My view on this is, at least this is personally how I see things. This isn't specific legal advice for your situation, but if they're going to come in anyway, they're going to come in anyway. You answering the door isn't going to help anything, but it very well might make it much more difficult for me or another lawyer to defend you, because now the police can say you consented to the search, and we can't even look into whether they had justification for entering there, whether they met the terms of a warrantless entry, or whether the warrant they were granted was valid. Now, again, this video is not legal advice. Every situation is going to have its own particular details. The advice I will give you is call a lawyer if you have any questions. And if the police are banging at your door, call a number. Call me. My 1-855 number is at the bottom. You can call from anywhere in Canada on that number. Phone me. I'll be happy to call dispatch, get in touch with the officers that are at your door, find out why they're there, talk to them and tell them that, look, my client means no disrespect, but they want to just enjoy their privacy. Please leave them alone. Thank you for watching Don't Talk TV. This is my first video, but there will be more. So if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below.